Sneaky, sneaky dog. Nice.
Hello, hello. R4 Kerr, as good old Brian calls me. How's Doctor? I don't think I'm the dodgy one, Andy. Don't know whether you can hear me all. I've been messing about with everything today, as I always tend to. But I'm assuming this is how I open it. And then it slides out. It says, confidently. Let's move mic out of the way. Let you see me now. With the big box. So let's open it up. Without trashing the box, because that will make me cry. Very nice. I have to say, the best packaged Fanatec gear I've ever come across yet. As in extra packing inside the outer cardboard box. Trying to find places to put boxes down now, that's the issue. Look at that. Thank you for following, John. We're just on gawping at wheels. Hey, upward. Now there was me thinking it wasn't going to have the QR attached. But I was wrong. I don't know what else is in the box. It's quite a big wheel. It says. It is quite a sizable wheel. Nicely covered in fluff and the such, but these were all hand assembled. From what I understand. You alright, Whiskey? Right, what is in this magic little box then? Is it going to be... oh. Okay. Different buttons. Do you know what? It's heavy. It is a heavy wheel. If I... In fact, as a comparison, if I shift that out of the way, and we'll bring up the McLaren GT3 wheel for a bit of a comparison. It's wider than the McLaren wheel, definitely, and feel, well, a hell of a lot heavier than the McLaren wheel, because the McLaren wheel is pretty much plastic. Mr. Andy Corsa. Yeah, the McLaren wheel is pretty much my wheel of choice at the moment. Yeah, QR to add into the 330D. I think I'll be... don't quite think it'll fit the purpose. But the McLaren wheel's not a bad weight with the metal QR on the back. You can tell where most of the weight is from, which is from that. In fact, we'll do it that way around. Yeah, all the weight in the McLaren wheel is in that QR. Whereas in this thing, it's the whole wheel. It's nicely balanced. The weight is certainly not in the QR. The weight is in the main body of the wheel. Which is quite nice. Nice gold QR on the back of it. Now, is it wrong that I'm petrified about plugging this thing in because of the pins? Because if I trash the pins on this, I will cry. So I was trying to work out what was in the box, and in the box is alternate buttons to replace whatever buttons are on there. Hey, MJ. So yeah, do we just plug it in? Sod it. Why ever not? Why would we not plug it in? Right, let's pull the safety pin out of the back. This is now a epic fail on stream, isn't it? Let's move to that one. Right. Now, allegedly, they couldn't ship the cable, the specific update cable that you needed to go with this, because they ain't ready. Thank you, Andy Corsa. So yeah, so the update cable that you need to update the wheel is not with the wheel, neither is the QR2, as you can see. It's the original QR1, because they couldn't get them ready in time. So, clutches, nice rotary, good actual nice feeling rotaries, to be fair. Oh, and the main rotor is in the middle. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yep. 12 on it. Of course it's not going to be an ornament MJ. This is now the main wheel. Now can I put it on without wrecking the Christ, it's bulky, I'll give it that. It's finding a way to hold it now and pull the QR in to actually get it on. Let's have a look. Boom. Look at that. We'll have that. No. Oh. And there goes the base. The wheel is now lit up. The base is gone. There we are. Spectacular. So where has the base gone? Let's have a look. Let's see, now we've completely trashed the DD2. Yeah, no Fanatec device found. Is your Fanatec device plugged in? It is plugged in. Right. Yeah, yeah. Exclamation mark. Broke it. Right, hang on. Let's have a look. Let's take that off. All pins are intact. We just appear to have lost the DD2. And it's back to life. That's a little bit special. Right, let's try another wheel. Let's put come on. And there we are, DD2. Well. Yeah, 50 quid sounds about fair, doesn't it? So, we have DD2 now with McLaren wheel. Let's make sure it's actually showing up in the Fanatec controller. And there it is. There is the DD2. Well, this is exciting. Let's have a look. I'm glad we do these things live on stream, because why else? Where else would we do it? Yeah, and I've just updated the firmware on it. I did the firmware on the DD2 before I plugged it in. And the latest drivers on it. I wonder... It'll be power draw. Which, as ridiculous as it sounds looking at the DD2, the amount of power this BMW wheel pulls. Let's try turning off the bass. And... yeah, imagine the wheel fried the DD2. Yeah, that'd be pretty spectacular. Good old Fanatec. Yeah, let's turn the DD2 off. Let's plug the wheel on and then let's boot the DD2 up. Let's try that. There we are. No Fanatec device found. Something's flashing and it's not just my pedals, so I'm not quite sure what's flashing. No, DD2 runs off a massive, great big honking power supply. And USB, so... let's have a look. Let's get that on. Let's tighten it up. You can always send the clip to Fanatec and go, what are you playing at? It looks good though, even if it doesn't work. We'll definitely definitely get used to that. It's a good size. It feels a lot more balanced than the McLaren wheel, which I know sounds a little silly. Right, let's try and boot in the podium. Bum, ba-dum, bum. Right. We have a podium too. With steering wheel. They look beautiful on the shelf. That's it. Well, yeah, if it didn't work, I could just throw it on the shelf, couldn't I? And just don't worry about it. Lob it on the shelf. It's fine. But there we are. That looks a bit better. Now, is it actually picking up the wheel? It is. Let's see if I can swap to... Let's see if I can get to a scene that has this on. That's of some use to us. What about that one? Here we are. No, we don't want to move that. We want to move this. We have a wheel. We have clutch. We have slight clutches. Thank you very much for following, Sakurilla. Yeah, perfect for that. Well, and that's the whole reason I ended up, so if I go back to wheel cam, that's the whole reason I ended up buying that dash, because that's the exact dash that's in the BMW M4 GT3. So it's the grid engineering one, which is now made by SimLabs. So essentially, if I booted up iRacing and we got in the BMW, we can see exactly the same. But I think this is going to become the daily driver now. I don't see how it can't. But have been a big fan of forged carbon right from day dot. And the forged carbon is nice. Right, what's all this jazz? We don't want any of that. Let's have a look. Go racing. Test drive. Car. BMW M4 GT3, of course. Yeah, Red Bull Ring, that'll do. Let's convert to that one. Hey, Tatler. Oh, yeah, gloves. Gloves, good point. Which gloves should we go to? And we'll go for -273, why not? In fact. Where have I put me? I was about to say, where have I put my keyboard? And it's on my lap. That's really helpful, isn't it? Thank you, Andy. Right, we need Sim Hub running, iFlag running. There we are. We can see the Sim flag going now. Yeah, I do need to upgrade the iFlag. You're quite right, Skull. Oh, at least the updates are well behind. Let's see if we can get iRacing up. Come on, iRacing. Test drive. Let's go. Come on. Thank you. We need to test this. So, what do we reckon? That was just a blip and we're going to be fine hot swapping it from now on. Although it's not going to matter because it's on here now, isn't it? It's not coming off. It's not like I'm going to be putting any of these on. They're just shelf fodder. Of course. Yeah, unfortunately, Doctor, you do need a Fanatec base for this. I don't think anybody's made any USB adapters for this yet. They've converted most of the other ones, so you can get like a USB adapter for the McLaren wheels and all the Formula wheels and the BMW wheels, but nobody's USB converted this yet, which is a shame. So yeah, unfortunately, you have to go Fanatec. Right, I'll put gloves on now to stop upsetting everybody that I'm using it without gloves. Yeah, well that's it. Like you say, John, it's it won't be long before they put it together, no doubt. It's a shame that the QR2 got delayed, really, but this is the issue with this. Let's have a look. Garage. No, we don't want that. Options. Yeah, you can see everything. Oh, it's even the right steering wheel in the options. Hey, miss. Are you okay? Right, okay. Flashing green, that'll do. Let's test it, right. Okay, so if I just bring this out. Not that we will use this view, but yeah, well, that'll do, won't it? That's as legit as it gets. Except we have... Oh, hang on. Game audio? Oh, no. Every time we get an iRacing update, I lose. Although, to be fair, I've been messing about with the... Let's have a look. I've been messing around with the Go XLR again today because it just doesn't play ball. Chat mic, spotter, game. That'll do. Aha. Now we have audio. Right. We won't keep this view permanently, I promise, but we'll we can cope with that. So yeah, so the dash that I have matches the dash exactly on there. Not that we have anything mapped, so I'll need to map all the buttons because it's the first time on here. But I think Andy, I'm coming for you in the AM League, I'm afraid. Definitely coming for you in the AM League. Now, I'm not going to be able to keep at this view because I can't see a bloody thing through 2 inches of windscreen. But for this purpose. So I get to play now for the next few evenings, just tinkering with everything set and all this. But the shifters on this are lovely. Really, really nice. Now, to be fair, all I've been using is the McLaren rim. So, in all fairness, it's not really much of a comparison because I think officially I've just gone from Fanatec's cheapest wheel to Fanatec's most expensive wheel in one hot swap, but it's not really a fair comparison. But yeah, I'm liking this. Definitely worth the wait. Absolutely worth the wait. Now, as you can probably guess, I'm a bit of a stickler in the fact of I kind of like everything to match. Hence why the dash matches exactly, and the amazing Yorp, who's made all these dashes, sort of help with my OCD in the fact of I can have the dash now matching here as it matches here, or this way around, that'll be easier for you guys to see, here and here, and now I've got the matching steering wheel. What more can you want for doing the SGN League on a Monday night? And performing beautifully like that. Yeah, just need matching gloves now, don't I, with the driver? I need to get some red gloves. Although I suppose the gloves will be... It's based on the colour palette, isn't it, that you set in iRacing? Of the driver. Yes, thank you, Andy. Yes, JC Things. Spinning out of turn 1. I think I need to move this camera as well. Because it's pointing at the side of my head. It's not the most flattering of shots. Not that any pointing at my head's going to be a very flattering shot, but... Yeah, I am liking this. Very much so. Very much enjoying this. I won't forget, Doug, don't worry. That'll be next. I'll need real tyres next, won't I? Just for the that added level of realism. I'll just be burning some rubber in the corner of the room whilst I'm racing. I'm intrigued to know when they sort out the QR2 though, because as good as... Like, I've never had any issues with the Fanatec gear, if I'm completely honest. I know lots of people have, and there's not much love for the Fanatec gear in the community in some areas, but I've had no issues with it whatsoever, apart from my DD2 turning itself off when I plug a new wheel in. But no real issues with it whatsoever, and I still have no complaints. This wheel is lovely. I don't know how many times I've said it now, but you kind of get the idea that I like this wheel. I like it a lot. It's a nice good size. I'd say it's just slightly bigger than the McLaren wheel. Look at that. Picture perfect every single time. I'll blame my visibility. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. So, if we just go back to that. Yeah. I can definitely get used to this. Absolutely get used to this. But yeah, red gloves. or change my driver to have different colour gloves to match me. I think that's only fair. But yeah, I kind of need to map all the buttons on it, don't I? That would actually help. Yeah, different controls for this car, he says. We won't talk about the screw heads on that. Yeah, map the clutches, map all the buttons, change all the button faces, which are quite nice. So what have we got in here? Work in progress, yeah, no, we don't need that. I've got no idea how the hell I'm supposed to change these buttons, but I'll just be prise them from behind. No, I'm alright, thanks. I'll just cope with the buttons that are on it. We won't risk snapping any buttons. Although, allegedly, there is a user manual in here somewhere. Yeah, the plates look like they come off. It's 3. So look, what does it tell us? We should RTFM, shouldn't we? RTFM. Yeah, so that's the fancy cable for updating it that we don't have. Because they couldn't make them in time. Steering wheel USB cable we don't have. QR1 we do have. Calibrate, yeah, we don't bother with that. Sensor calibrate, modes for PS5, shifter calibration, tuning options, rev modes. I want to know how to change the buttons. Paddle adjustments, clutch paddle adjustments. Oh, button caps, yeah. Just pull them off. That's what it recommends. Just tug at button. This has to, I think it has to be this motion. I think going by the picture, definitely has to be that hand motion, and then yeah, go for it. Or do they twist? Ah, twist until you hear a click. Don't drive with all your buttons wonky. Make sure they're straight, as per the instructions. We can live with that. And this is a D-pad for up and down and left and right. No, there's no plug puller. I thought, yeah, that's what I was looking for originally in the thing. I wonder whether there was a small little plug puller, but it recommends just rip them off with your fingers. So we'll go with that. Why not? Oh, what are we getting linked to now? Oh, of course, Dash. What's Matthew sending us? Oh, yeah. Yeah. I think this is one of the dashes I was looking at when I originally bought this one. Because I was looking at a million and different ones. Who's shaking? Me? Am I shaking, or am I shaking the camera in my seat? Oh, Matt's proving that he's cheating on us now and he's listening to other people as well. To be fair, probably an Apple's chat. Right, we don't need the manual, do we? The manual is unimportant. The manual can go away. Right, let's have a look. What have we got up here? So, controls. Radio, brake bias, will it let me? Can I, which one do we want? Let's have a look. Now this is me showing my experience of brake bias set. Hey Dino. Oh. Increase is 35, done. Decrease 34, done. Complete this wizard, done. Test. Not that we'll do one button at a time, but why ever not? Yeah, that'll do it. Not. Oh, you can probably. Can you see? Yeah, you can see on the dashboard now. The brake bias changing. Did not recognise the setup. I'll tell you words for it. Right. Yeah, so brake bias. Next to the followers to me. Yeah, I think there's just too many buttons now to play with, isn't there? I need to get racing with it, but this will be out with me on Monday in the SGN League, most certainly. But yeah, they've got a nice. You're not moving those by accident. No way. No chance you're moving those by accident whilst racing. That's nice. Very good, very nice. Right, yeah. As I think as Doctor said, I need to turn the steering wheel off now in game, don't I? Because I don't need the steering wheel in game anymore. Because we kind of has it. Let's have a look. Ah, right, okay. Of this ever-changing setup, which is different every single week at the moment. Let's have a look. Show driving controls. Miscellaneous. Graphics. Show driver arms. Hide steering wheel. Now we've got FOV all out because of what I've been doing. There we are. No steering wheel left anymore, so just our steering wheel. Yeah, well that's it. As you say, it's a real racing wheel, isn't it? So they should be pretty sturdy, shouldn't they? They're not going to be in a proper GT3 wheel if they're particularly non-sturdy. Yes. I'm happy with this now. I'm definitely happy with this. This has sort of been a work in progress for a while. I've had, well, they announced the wheel on the 20th of December. Yeah. The wheel officially went up for pre-order on the 20th of December. So to be fair, in Fanatec terms, it's not exactly been a massive wait for the wheel. I think they originally said it was going to come out Q2 2021, but I think, like everything else, it got delayed, which can't be helped. It probably does say on the box somewhere this is not a toy. There's lots and lots of logos and things on the box. I was a bit too excited to get it out of the box, though, to be fair, so the box is now lobbed next to me over here, with a lot more of the boxes. Yeah, that's it. I think when the pre-orders went live in December, I think within the first 10 minutes the first allocation had gone, and that was the allocation that was supposed to ship. I think originally it was supposed to ship in February, and then they had a 3-week delay. Now I won't stop buying wheels, Chris. I've got another one currently being held hostage in Rotherham by Parcel Force. Bless them. So I bought the Dan Suzuki Evil Racing Wheel last week, as I saw it, and it was very nice. So that's all. I think that arrived in the UK before this did. But Parcel Force being Parcel Force, they don't have any nice sort of interface for allowing you to pay import fees. They just post you a letter, and then you can then reply to the nice letter, whereas UPS just email me up front and I can pay the import fees. I think my job for this weekend is to improve where this wheel cam is, potentially, and move my face cam because I don't like it, but it is. And then get some time on track. I'm afraid not alone. I've already got one child. I don't need any more. One's expensive enough, and she's about to turn teenage girl, so she's no doubt going to get more expensive. She's expensive enough at the moment. She's only 9. Bless her. But yeah, I'm looking forward to the Dan Suzuki wheel turning up. I just need to rob a QR off one of the wheels behind me to bolt it down. I've got the Sim Racing Machines converter, because obviously it's not a Fanatec wheel, but I've got the Fanatec converter so I can plug it in. But yeah, I just need Parcel Force to actually deliver it to me, which would be nice of them if they could. Yeah, Suzuki Edition. Yeah, the Evil Racing DGT. Yeah, that's currently sat about 20 miles away from where I am at the moment in the Parcel Force depot. I just have to wait for them to send me the snail mail letter confirming how much money I owe them for import fees, and then I can pay it and they'll deliver it. So that'll probably be next week now, considering what are we on now? Wednesday, yeah. And I've not had the letter yet, so yeah, she's 9 going on about 16 at the moment. If it's not money she needs, it's attitude I'm getting. It's one or the other. But they're all good fun, bless them. she's not showing any interest in sim racing, which is a probably a good idea, I think, to be fair. I don't think I'd want her near any of all this. If I'm completely honest. I barely trust myself with half of this stuff. But yeah. I've probably said it about a million times, I do like this wheel. Anybody's considering it, definitely do so. Tie her to the chair, make her race, yeah. Wait till she's actually hit 16, you're in for much more fun. Yeah, well, she'll just want me driving around everywhere then, won't she? Daddy, I don't want a silly pretend car. I want you to buy me a real car. I've seen this one. Right, okay. yeah, I do have a spare rig. I think, yeah, I've probably got spare of everything, to be fair. The rig's quite nice, actually. The rig's a Track Racer TR8. I have the same issues that Abdul suffers from, in the fact of slight issues with height. More having short legs. So I was struggling to reach from the front of the TR8 to the back of the TR8. 8 pedals? I don't have 8 sets of pedals. Oh. I've got the Thrustmasters, the VRS, the Venoms, the Sprints, and the Acertex are arriving next month. So I think that's technically, what, 15 pedals? Not 15 pedal sets, that'd just be ridiculous, but 5 pedal sets. And I've got no idea how many rims now. It's getting a little out of hand now. As my Mrs. JC keeps reminding me, I can only use one steering wheel at once. Which is very true, but quick release, so I can just swap and change them as I choose, can't I? For when I'm not racing in the BMW GT3. And I can pick something else, but I don't think that McLaren rim's going to see much usage anymore. Yeah, I have too many. Yeah, too many pedals, too many wheels. But you just got to work out what feels best. There's no QR2 on it, Louis, unfortunately. They had a delay in shipping the QR2, so it's come with a QR1 attached to it, which they are going to ship the QR2 afterwards, so at least I get an extra QR1, but that's no use to me if I move to QR2, because I presume the nose of the DD2 is going to have to be changed. So I'm going to have to move them all to QR2s if I move this to a QR2. I presume, anyway, because it's going to be a whole different snout. But yeah, unfortunately, just a regular QR1. At least it's not a plastic one. At least it's a half-decent metal one. But I don't really get much. I know a lot of people complain about like the movement you get, but I don't really get much movement from the wheel, to be fair. Although I've never used anything other than the Fanatec's and the QRs. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, it is a rectangle. I suppose it's a bit more like the cube controls, isn't it? It's more of a rectangular shape, so it'll fit a bit better than the cylindrical nose that we have at the moment. But yeah, I presume if I move this to a QR2, I then need to replace any with QR2s that I want to use. Yep, just a gold QR1 on the back of it. In fact, we shall pull over and I'll show you, Louis. We'll see if we can crash the DD2 again, because it did not like coming off. Alright, see you later, Andy. Let's unbolt him. It is a beast of a thing, I'll give it that. It's trying to find a way to grip it at the moment to actually... So yeah, currently, at the moment, it is a gold QR1. Just a regular QR, which I think... Yes. The same QR1 as on the 2018 limited edition F1 rim. So exactly same QR, exactly same colour. So a little bit of a shame, but in the same instance, it's not going to cause me a whole world of pain of having to swap them all to QR2s, because I can't imagine the QR2 is going to be very cheap. Now, the shifters, Louis, are lovely. Really, really nice shifters. Now, like I say, in all fairness, I'm coming from the McLaren wheel, which is renowned for not having the greatest shifters because it's this enormous, great big aluminium paddle that you rock between, which is nice and noisy. Throw this one down over here. I need more room. Need a bigger room to put this rig in, but the shifters on this, well, I don't even know if you can hear them. But they are really smooth. Good click to them. No excessive amounts of noise, like the McLaren wheel. Clutches feel nice as well. Yeah. I presume, yeah, I've got a different... You've got 2 levels of adjustment, so you can move the shifters in if they're slightly too far out for you. And these magic extra buttons, which I've got no idea what I'm going to put those to, but they'll be to something. They will certainly be mapped to something. But they've got a good click. Same as all the buttons on the face, to be fair. Yeah, that's it. Good, a nice left and right, or even look right and look left, because that's not one I use particularly that often. But if I know they're behind there, because circling the black box, yeah, magic brake buttons. Yeah, full brake bias to the front for ultimate dives into corners. But for black box, I suppose I could use the D-pad underneath here. That could work quite nicely. Yeah, all in all, there was a 3-week delay on them on this first batch because they hand assembled them all at Fanatec. I presume for the first batch that were coming out, because obviously most of the stuff's made in China, I presume for their first batch they wanted to assemble them a la GSI so they could find any issues that they might have to fix with the next batches, which makes sense. But I'm glad I bought it. It is a nice thing. Very nice. Very, very nice wheel. Yeah, right. Let's get him bolted back on. And let's see, actually, if the base will take bolting this back on and not throw a fit again. Not that I can actually see where it goes, but considering how big this bloody thing is. Ah, we managed not to have the DD2 die that time around, which is quite nice. But yeah, it is quite a big. Yeah, we were saying earlier, it is quite a big wheel, but in reality, it's probably pretty much on par with the McLaren wheel. Like final width wise with the grips. Yeah, I think it's pretty much essentially exactly the same size as the McLaren GT3 wheel. Yeah, big wheel top to bottom, yeah. With that nice bottom grip for just cruising, obviously, as you cruise in your GT3. But yeah, the new daily driver, most certainly. He says until he doesn't like driving the BMW anymore. Tape measure, Andy? Yeah. Not an Abdul tape measure, but what we got? 300mm. Just over 300mm. Yeah, 305. The box was lovely. Let's see if I can get the box over here. Get rid of the extra buttons, we don't want those. But yeah, the box itself was enormous. With a nice big clicky BMW button in the top which locked the box into the inner sleeve. But yeah, it's well done from Fanatec, considering their packaging's not normally the greatest, to be fair. And when I saw the state of the cardboard box that they'd shipped it in, I was a little concerned. But unlike everything else they shipped, it was shipped with a load more package inside. See you, Doctor. But yeah, the clutches work quite nicely. But yeah, the shifters are a dream compared to the McLaren. I just need to get some usage in it now, get everything mapped, all the buttons the way I want them. And we'll get it out for a good spin. Well, you don't need dual clutch in GT3, do you? But I suppose, well, for launching off the line, although they're all pretty much auto, aren't they? But I suppose it's for a functionality point of view of if it's the only wheel you've got and you decide you want to lose your A license driving W12s or playing F1 2022 on your PlayStation 5 with a wheel. Gloves or no touchy touchy? Why am I not allowed to touch it without gloves? Such a stickler, Andy. Such a stickler. I suppose it's designed for non-gloves, isn't it? It's polyurethane, isn't it? So, yeah. It would be a bit big for the W12. Mucky hands. What do you mean, mucky? My hands are always lovely and clean, aren't they? You don't think I washed my hands about 12 times before I even opened the box? I was not touching this with mucky hands. No chance. But yeah, definitely like it. Have to get some more shots now for Instagram of the new wheel now in place, lit up. But most certainly looks the part. Right, hang on, let's have a again. Let's just throw back in the car, because why not? Because why not? I don't think my pedal cam's not there. Because everything's unplugged, because I need to rebuild this PC at some point. Because everything's just a mess and I've run out of USB ports. Because who doesn't? You got his pillow set up for bed tonight. I haven't got a bed for it to go on. I thought it'd just sit here. Although interestingly, considering every other Fanatec wheel I've bought has come with a dust bag, this one has not. I think they expect you to just put it back in the box every single time you finish playing with it. Take it away nicely, put it down nicely, and everything else. But yeah, there's no unless I've missed it in the box, there's no dust bag. Skimping. All this money on a wheel and they're skimping. Who'da knew? Who'da knew? Right. I was only popping on very quickly just to have a play with this. But thank you to everybody for joining me. I'm possibly going to send you back to Abdul because it's probably Abdul that sent you all over in the first place. But I thank you everybody for joining me. I will be streaming most likely tomorrow night with some GT3 practice at whatever the next track is. Daytona? I think it's Daytona for Monday's SGN League. And as always, I don't own the track. Haven't driven it in iRacing, so I best get some practice in this weekend. Most certainly get some practice in this weekend, otherwise I'm going to make a mess. Yeah, Daytona Road Track. Yeah, thank you very much, Doug. I shall, let's move everybody over. I don't even know how to do this anymore. I need to get practicing more on my streaming. But thank you very much, everybody, for joining me. Thank you, everybody that followed and subbed. Thank you, Andy, for the gifts. I'll pass you back over to Abdul, and I promise I shall be online a lot more with this. See you later, JG. Now, how long? Oh, there we are. Ready to raid in 6, 5, 4. Which goes to show my raid etiquette for not doing raiding properly as well, doesn't it? Right, thank you very much, everybody. I'll see you all soon.